Hello everybody, welcome back to StarVaders. We've played with everybody that we have available to us now, I believe. What do we have to do for this? Remove cards 10 times as Stinger to unlock. So that's the Stinger class. And then here for Gunner, upgrade 15 cards as Gunner. We can probably do that. Let's take Noel out again since we don't have a win with Noel. We'll see what we can do. We'll do Invasion rather than the big mega scary one, and we'll just look to upgrade more stuff. Move 1 to 2 tiles, then push all bombs in the same direction. Swap 2, spawn an Aegis bomb, fire a bullet split to 2, fire a bullet upwards, push your mech 1 tile downwards right after, and fire another bullet upwards. Give me these bullety things. We'll see how we do with that. A cloudy rare card. Or an upgrade. Let's do the upgrades. We need lots of them if we want to get our unlocks. That is a lot of guys. Who are you? Fallen Angel Plus. Flies away 2 turns after spawning. When destroyed, you get +2 non-fatal doom, but even more stars. What? Flies away 2 turns after spawning. When destroyed, you get non-fatal doom, but more stars. Well, I'm just not going to destroy you then, because I don't want 4 doom immediately. Is my thought process. Alright, they all go and they generated 1 heat. That guy's going to get destroyed just on his own. Just fine by me. This bomb I'm not that invested in. No, we'll do this here. Fire up on all of those. Cold Gust. Pull any entity 2 tiles to the left or right. That will destroy them because they're on their own. Those 2 teleported away at no loss to me. Push your mech 1 tile towards the bullet and fire another bullet upwards. Why are you moving to the right? Is what I do not understand about that. Send you out to be on your own. You get destroyed. Swing over to the left. And that guy pops. Easy game. Get my upgrade. Flurry fire. Bullets fired pierce 1. That's pretty good. Splits into 4 more diagonal bullets. That sounds great. Fire 1 bullet upward with the bomb. Give me this guy upgraded. Thanks. Permanent. Start with 3 of your cards as pickups on the grid. That is tricky to deal with. Gain 3 random cards unique to your pilot. I mean, I can hardly say no. Good grief. Swarmer Plus. Spawns in large amounts when you end your turn. Destroyed if not adjacent to another Swarmer. Okay, grab this. Grab that. Fire off the lot. I can use that as a move too for me. Hadn't really thought about that before. I am going to overheat with that bomb just for next turn. Seems important. Get some of this volume down. That is nice. That does a lot of work. So does that. So we have... It's just these guys, automatically played for free after a card with fire in its title is played. So let's grab that, because then it will automatically be paid for free. Yeah, I'd say that was a decent turn. I can swish you to the left, you'd be alone. You would pop, I think. Not sure exactly what the timing on those kinds of events are, though. But that also seems great. That's not what I wanted to play. That's what I get for... I should have moved them over one. That would have split the two of them up. It'll be fine. Right, that splits them up. But we can also just explode them. That's fine. Right, 3 cards unique to us. Hyper Freeze, and Cold Snap. Unburns adjacent cards and makes them frozen. Gives all frozen cards in your hand +1 repeat. And another one. Strike a random invader. Do it an additional time for each frozen card you own. Alright, it's going to get interesting. Let's go upgrades. Deck's already a little bit thicker with that trio of cards. Burst fire. Attack. Fire 1 bullet upward. Push your mech 1 tile towards the right and fire another bullet upwards. Okay. I just hadn't read that properly because reading is hard. I'm going to move here. Then I'm going to do that. Yep, I like that. Unburns adjacent cards and makes them frozen. Give all frozen cards in your hand +1 repeat. Strike a random invader. Do it an additional time for each frozen card you have. Alright, I'm just going to move to here. Fire on that. Those 2 moves being up there is a little unideal. But hey. Strike a random invader. Let's burn a bomb, just so that we have something else that we can unburn later, perhaps. Unburns adjacent cards and makes them frozen +1. Because all frozen cards +1 repeat. I'm going to move to here. I'm going to fire on those. This is going to be 1 doom for me, isn't it? Yep, that's 1 doom. Alright, upgrades. Hyper Freeze, unburn adjacent cards, make them frozen, give them repeat, fire 1 bullet up. Fire 1 bullet up, push your mech to the right. If you just played a move, +1 repeat, that's good. We can move and then go, move to the left and then go, fire, move right, fire, move right. Repeat and +1 heat cost when played. Give me boosted burst fire. Min's Workshop gets off our doom. When your turn begins, gain a random gust card. Pull any entity 1 tile upwards. Left, right, downwards. Your mech is a bomb. It detonates and strikes adjacent tiles when struck. Don't know that I love that. Into the fray. Move 1 to 4 tiles. If you enter a danger zone, your next attack this turn is free. That is good, I think. Because we have an attack that moves us out of danger zones. This I also like. Purge this card and all of your burnt cards. Create that many sparks. Fire 1 bullet up from each thing. Give me this and this, which is increasing our tip jar. Do we want to remove... that's not the button I wanted to press. I want to press this button. Do we want to remove something from the deck? Backtrack. Move to any of the bottom 3. Draw all 0-cost cards to your thing. That's the only 0-cost card we have. Quickfire. Fire a bullet upwards. If you destroy an entity, make the most expensive card in your hand free this turn. Can't afford either of those. Momentum. Move 1 to 2. Get +1 heat. Sink next turn. In a danger zone. Repeat. Move 1 to 3 tiles and push the adjacent tiles away. I just don't think I need more stuff, you know? Alright, Min. Min's fundraiser is complete. The tip jar has been replaced with the gacha machine. Spend 5,000 stars to get a random card or artifact. Can't afford it. Let's go. It's the mothership. So we need to kill the right and left wings first. Earn birds adjacent cards and make them frozen. Give frozen cards in your hand +1 repeat. Okay, that's nice. I like that. That can do a lot of work. I'm actually going to move to here. Overheating for 3. I have regrets. I do. I do have regrets. I can take the hit. These are frozen. They'll still be there next turn. The other guys aren't doing Doom, so we'll take the hit. Junk was gained. Burns adjacent cards, makes them frozen. If you just played a move, repeat +1. Okay. This is a move. Then this. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good turn. Let's swing you over. There's a lot of stuff over on the left to get to, isn't it? I have 2 moves. I didn't pick that up passing through it, that's fine. Strike a random invader, increase for everything that's frozen. We broke a shield. What are you doing? When destroyed, creates clouds on adjacent tiles. I don't love that. That card stayed where it was. Unburns adjacent cards and make them frozen. Give all frozen cards in your hand +1 repeat. Alright, I'm going to move that to there. Play this. Didn't quite go as I planned, but it'll be fine. Immune with both until both wings are destroyed, so we need to destroy that wing. Let's grab this. Grab that. Swing that over. Fire on it. A very big shuffle. Let's move to here. Nice. Love it when a plan comes together. Pick an artifact. Mech OS. The first time you shuffle, you'll draw pile each turn, get +2 heatsink. Your bullets become lasers. When the encounter begins, give frozen to 2 random cards in your hand. Your frozen cards count as burnt cards and vice versa. That's so incredible for us, I believe. Upgrade 3 cards with random components. Chance to spawn tick whenever you destroy an invader. Don't love that. This is a dangerous encounter. We have no doom though, so more artifacts, please. Okay. I mean, that's a solid start, but it's all the stuff at the back, which might be less good. You are a plus, moves 3 times as fast. Yeah, let's deal with those as a priority, shall we? Yeah, I like that. You just played a move, repeat +1. Let's get this bomb. Here, we overheat. That's fine. If I step back 1, I can then play this. And it's incredible for us. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to step over 2, grab this and use it immediately, but it's not the end of my world. It might be the end of my world. Alright, we take 1 doom, but we get through the encounter. Thermal beam. Unused heatsink is added to your heatsink next turn. It's ice cream. Volcanic ash. When you reshuffle your discard pile, up to 3 random burn cards stay. Quantum burn. 50% chance of not actually burning cards. Give me thermal beam. I will try and remember that I have it, which will be a whole thing. Let's go upgrade with -1 doom. Let's see. We have no movement, so that's a whole thing. Let's push you to here before we start firing. And stick a bomb way up there. Boy, those guys are snappy, aren't they? God, these guys are so fast. Strike a random invader, do it an additional time for each frozen card. Let's say that worked. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, some turns, they're just so damn pretty. That kills them both. Beautiful. Hyper freeze. Unburns adjacent cards and makes them frozen. All frozen cards in your hand get +1 repeat. Generates a jam in your hand instead of heat. Jam. Purge this card junk. Interesting. Triple fire, spray 3 bullets upwards and diagonally. Bullets pierce through 1 entity. Broken So these two are both broken. Strike a random invader, do it additional time for each frozen card. I kind of like doing this. Generating more frozen cards, which makes Cold Snap better. But this being piercing is also like real good if we're further forward in the field and there's more stuff to hit. Let's go with the slightly simpler option. Holes. This encounter is more difficult than usual, but has better rewards. Just holes. Rare card? Do I need a rare card? I'd rather have an artifact. It's not bad. Pretty good. Right, the move card goes to the graveyard. Holy! Okay. Unbirds adjacent cards, make them frozen, give all frozen cards +1 repeat. We don't really have much in the way of attacks right now. Is a problem. We have a bunch of bombs. And that's kind of it. We could reroll our hand. Must remember that is always a thing that is within our capabilities. And yet these are not also the hands I want to see either. Moves towards you each time you play a move. Strikes you on collision. No doom. Okay. I'm going to reroll again. That's more like it. Alright, nothing else seems to be spawning. You need to be hit twice immediately. Good. This hits two things randomly. You're just coming for me. 4 bombs. Can't get to the guys at the back with that yet, so now I can. So here for it. Let's move. Oh. Easy game. Storm Chaser. When your turn begins, get a random gust card. Ultra Coolant. On obtain, remove all starter shift cards from your deck and get 3 copies of a random move card. That hurt me last time. When the encounter begins, get a random legendary card and make it free until played. That's the choice. Back over to Mins. Choose a card in your hand and burn it. Strike tiles in a large cone above you. Swap 2 tiles. Reverb. Discard a card in your hand and purge this card. Give it +1 repeat for the rest of the encounter. Concussive Blast. Choose an empty tile, push all adjacent tiles. Start with a supply drop on the grid. I do like that. I do like that. See you later. Mega Blob. Alright, this will be very helpful, so we should prioritize that. Liquid Coolant. Tactic Junk. While this card is in your hand, attack cards do not overheat. Hello. Well, we don't have many attack cards. I'm gonna grab this. Start on that. Then move away. Then this is not going to overheat. Then our heat is back down. Let's grab this. Just so that it's in our deck again. Those aren't attacks. Okay. I feel like this could be good. Possibly if I was one tile further over, perhaps. Or if I put that there. And there. That was a lot of splitting. That was so much splitting. You say you're new, you're just blob plus 3 doom, jeez. Okay. Strike a random card for Frozens. I'm gonna move to here and then do that. Can't get away from this bomb, unfortunately. But hey, we'll probably live. Let's do that. And that. Retreat back a bit. This means attacks can't overheat, but really, we don't have any attacks. I'm going to leave that stuff frozen. Set me up there. If I'm played, give a shield to a random invader. Give all frozen cards in your hand +1 repeat. No danger zones. This is what I want to play, but I want it to work better. Okay, let's start with bomb, 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 bomb. I can't get far enough back to hit both of these, but I don't need to. Jeez, so many guys. Put that there. Wait for them to come down. That's a lot of doom. Start there. Jeez, man. That's just going to teleport away. And I can't destroy it right now. So we get a junk. They get 1 in. Where's my real big attack cards? Not here. Shuffle. Better. These are automatically fired for free after a card with fire in its name is played. Right. I'm going to play that manually. Okay. Why are you... Is this just the swells of impending death? It's alright, we got it, we're fine. Your move cards are free for the first 3 turns. That would be good to pick up the stuff that's dropped on the ground. Hothead, you do not end your turn when you overheat. Laser bullets, we can't reroll. I'll take Wind God. Right, the Doom persists. Let's take the upgrade with -1 Doom. The playing field is wider now. So we have that to deal with. So movement cards are free. So we can fetch a movement card. We can fetch that. We can fetch that. When destroyed, add a random junk to your discard. When its shield breaks, starts an attack that generates 2 doom. Yeah, these are problematic guys. Play that. Freeze that. End turn. Yeah, these shields going down is real scary. But with the attacks that just go and go and go, it's a little less scary. Nice. Heat's reset. Where can I get some attacks in? Shield breaks, start channeling doom. Let's move you there. Unburns frozen adjacent cards. I want to make this really big. Is like my dream. Purge this card if unplayed, strike your mech. Unburns target cards, make them frozen. Unplayed, draw 1 fewer card next turn. Okay. Need more frozen stuff. And I need more big mega attacks to deal with these guys. Okay, that's fine. Strike a random invader, do an additional time for each closing fire, but do it an additional time for each frozen card you own, 2, but 3 times. But if it hits these guys when it breaks a shield, I've got way bigger problems, you know? I'm going to play this. That sets this to 5 frozen cards 5 times. Oh my god. Kill 10 or more invaders in a single card. What a combo. I like that it prioritized the unshielded stuff, then hitting something with a shield and doubling up on that guy rather than removing 5 shields. That's a nice quality of life. Okay, Cold Snap. Strike a random invader, do it an additional time for each frozen card you own. Fire 1 bullet upwards. Hyper Freeze. Unburns and becomes frozen when drawn. I like that. Into the Fray, reduces heat cost by 1. That just becomes free. Give me that for free. -1 for a tactic move. I think we just do the upgrade. We need more upgrades. But yeah, love it when a plan comes together. For sure. Am I on one of my cards? Because I only see 2 of them out there. Right, moves are free. So go fetch that. Move. Backfire. Move to 3 tiles in any direction, fire 3 bullets in the opposite direction. Nice. Alright, I can hardly be mad. I'd like this to be the card that gets frozen. But I'd have to play a lot of stuff to get there. You're immune. You're also immune. I keep forgetting that I have Thermal Beam. Of course I do. These attacks are not great. I'm going to keep some heat for next turn then. 5. We need to kill the ghosts. We need to hit them twice in a row. Let's just do this. And this. You're immune. Pull you to the right. Throw bombs all over, so we can't miss. And if I stand here, I can hit both of the bombs, which breaks the shield and kills the enemy in 1 turn. Cold Gust. Pull any tile up to 2. Repeat if in a danger zone. Hyper Freeze. Repeat if you just played a move. Love that, because give frozen cards in hand +1 repeat is even more repeat, which I'm so down for. A Void Zone. Or -1. After combat, add 1 of 3 cards that are rare or legendary. Oh, goody. Let me just hydrate. Oh, it's these cube things. Okay. So, the cube things. 1 non-fatal doom when destroyed dissipates if adjacent to an dissipates if adjacent to an entity when your turn ends. I don't have the stuff that lets me move stuff. So, move to here. Move to there. Double if I just played a move. Could freeze liquid coolant, which would be cool. I would love to be able to make stuff swoosh along. +1 doom right now for killing this. Or we can wait and we get the extra stuff next turn. And look at these attacks, like... Oh, well, they attacked it for me. There is that too, I guess. Oh my goodness, look at that hand. I guess they killed my crate, my supply drop. Okay, so while this card is in your hand, attack cards do not overheat. I don't know where to begin other than wanting this thing to not pop. Yes, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good turn. Strike randoms for each frozen. Alright, you freeze a bunch of stuff for me. Get rid of that last cube. Now we just have enemies to focus on, which is the bit I can just about manage. Four attacks of random enemies. Wasn't that great. Let's move to there. Also, was not that great. Didn't even kill you. That's regrettable. Alright, Doom 3 of 5. What are these guys doing? Spawns 2 asteroids nearby every other turn. Okay. Not bad. That's great. Getting rid of all of those ghosts in one turn is a big deal. Having this on the right hand side is not ideal because it means our other attacky stuff is not really benefiting from anything. I have to prioritize that guy. Move to, well, reduce your cost by 1 if you enter a danger zone. Nothing is a danger zone, but you are a threat. I need to draw attack cards. Real bad. I'd say that was real good. Right, they make an asteroid or two. That's fine. Beautiful. Incinerate. Purge this card and all your burnt card get sparks. Decimate. Spawn an auto bomb on a random tile. Gets +1 repeat and increase its cost by 1 each time it's played. Self-detonates. Annihilation. Detonate a bomb with +2 radius. Burn adjacent cards. Spawn an autobomb on a random tile. Gets +1 repeat and increased cost by 1 each time played. Sure. That can't go possibly wrong. Alright, Doom goes down. You'll have to see it. Spawn a detonator up to 4 tiles away. When destroyed, detonate all bombs with +1 radius. Discard a card in your hand and draw 2 cards. If it's frozen, the drawn cards are free, like that. But I want to hold my frozen stuff ideally. Replenish chrono tokens after you rewind, gain warp in your hand. Move to any tile and draw 3 cards, purge this card. Each time you move into a danger zone, draw 1 card. I don't love any of this, but we've got so much. Aegis Bomb. Spawn an Aegis Bomb 4 tiles away. Skip. Pusher. Push any entity left or right. If another entity is in the way, both entities are struck instead. I'll take that. Flight? No. There's my artifacts. Insulation. The first time you draw a junk or burnt card each turn, draw 1 card. Take that. Still got 26,000 stars. I don't want to roll. I want to save my rerolls for the boss fight proper. I could get rid of a card, but I'm pretty happy with the structure of the deck, really. Breakdown. Strike your mech, it detonates and strikes adjacent tiles. Sure, for emergencies. Reactor burn. Move 1 to 3 tiles in a cardinal direction, striking nearby tiles, create 2 meltdown when played. No. Crossfire. Fire a bullet upward and splits into 2 on hit. Yeah, sure. Misfire. Fire 4 bullets, 1 in each diagonal direction. Return 0 cost cards from your discard pile to your hand. That sounds nice, doesn't it? I'm making my deck way too thick, but here we are. Pull any entity 1 tile in a cardinal direction. This card has +2 repeat. Alright, there's a lot of strategic stuff, but also a very thick deck. It's the Kraken. Okay, we need to hit the heads. Copycat. Create a copy of a card. Purge this card. Tempting to copy Cold Snap, honestly. This is terrible up here. Alright, I'm going to copy this. It's not frozen. My moves are free. I'm going to move to here. Fire this. That lets me draw 3 cards. Push any entity left or right. I don't know how it works for these heads. Honestly. Well, that's cozy, isn't it? I'd like to hit this, but I just don't really have the option to right now. Oh, that'd be extra interesting. We have 6 heat. Split the Kraken's tentacle. Achievement unlocked. Right, I'm going to put a bomb here. Move to there. Fire on that. That moved the thing, which was not the thing I wanted to happen. Alright, we're getting hit. Oh boy. Reposition. Pull any entity 1 tile in a cardinal direction. I could make them destroy a bunch of their own stuff, couldn't I? Pull this here. Pull this here. Pull this here. Okay, that defended that from that, which is a shame, but not the end of the world. There's the top of the body. This is a great shot. It's like an ideal shot, you know? Strike your mech. No. Oh god, it just doesn't stop. That was not what I thought was going to happen. Oh, it's the... I was looking at this and going, oh, that card is here. So I must be playing this card. But this card... I have 2 copies of this, is where I'm getting at. Getting very cozy. Isn't it? Okay. That saves us that. Then this, move that. There, move that. Huh? Alright, well. Move that there, move that there. Oh, this is what I thought I was playing. Push any entity left or right. If there's anything in the way, they both get hit. That's what I thought I was playing. Oh, God. I might have to redo this round because I'm at an imminent warning. This probably helps a lot. Shield broken. Move to here. Fire 4 bullets, 1 in each diagonal direction. No, let's do this. And this. Oh, God. It just doesn't end, does it? They're about to break through. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. Same as you are. Good grief. Oh my God, stop. These are +2 apiece. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with that either. Alright, we need to redo that turn to have any chance at surviving. What a better chance looks at surviving, I don't know. Yeah, no, we are boned against the mothership. Doom 7. Wrecked. The gears must turn once more. New Act 2 boss, new Act 1 boss, new Act 3 invader. Man, the very first time we played with bombs was like so easy, and now it's not, and I'm so here for it. June 7, 2512, observation records. Any living organism that comes in close proximity with the nuclear crater becomes afflicted with the disease. Symptoms: progressive reduction in capacity to retain heat, eventually resulting in complete glaciation. Rate of progression correlates with the organism's size and baseline body temperature. Data: body temperature 15C, extrapolating with previous readings. At best, I have a year. Several people in the village have already frozen solid. I've tried everything. External heating mechanisms, metabolic accelerants, antiviral treatments. I don't know what to do anymore. Noel is chilly. Level 4 gunner. Solve. Unburn all burnt cards and make them free this turn. Furnace. While you have 3 or more heat, each of your cards gets +1 repeat. While this card is in your hand, attack cards do not overheat. We saw that one before. We've unlocked a new pilot. Another new pilot. So, we now have Zeke. The first time you burn a card with a component each turn, dismantle that card. And a fresh deck with Tinker. Give a card the heated component and +1 repeat. And we also have Kaya. Restless adventurer, best friends with a manatee. Booby traps. All of your pickups become booby traps. You have a special effect when triggered during your turn. Interesting. All right, that'll be a story for another day for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.